Coach, before we talk about the game, how has the trip to the East Coast been, and visiting Washington, D.C.? What was that like?
Trip's been great. The hospitality that Mr. Kuhn and the whole community have set up within Reading and West Reading and Berks County and all that, it's been fantastic. Our players have seen things for the first time. We've got a chance to bond. We've been fed every 3 hours. I mean, it's our stay at Alvernia has been comfortable and quiet. It's been a great trip.
Have a lot of your kids been to the East Coast before, or been to Washington, D.C. before?
There's two players out of the 10 that have been to D.C. There's 3 that boarded a plane for the first time, and for many of them, it's the first time, probably all of them, in Pennsylvania.
How did they handle the flight? Were they nervous?
Well, we had a 20-hour flight from end to end.
Wow.
That's because of tornado warnings in Chicago. We got diverted to Indianapolis. We slept in the airport for half the night. We got back to Midway and slept the other half of the night. We got to Philly and our bags didn't show up, so it was 4 more hours. And but it's okay. The lesson there was when you go on the road as a team or as a family, not everything goes as planned, and you have to be able to, adjust and move on the fly. Yeah. So it's a good little life lesson. Next year, we don't have a single home game in our preseason. I did that on purpose. I have a young team right now, so I want to just take them out and, face adversity and grow up and gain experience before we showcase ourselves back at home in what'll be January. So this is great for us.
Have you noticed a difference with like West Coast style of play to the East Coast? I mean, now it seems like with the analytics even seeping down into high school, you see a lot more threes. It's more of a 4-out offenses and things like that. I'm just curious how the style of play is out in Sacramento compared to here.
So I have a limited window of how to assess this, but I can first start with the way the game is played outside when we play at Reading Playground is different. It's physical. Yeah. It's compact. You're not working on your outside shot. You're working on getting into the key. So that's been great. Today, this game with the All-Star team felt like a West Coast game. Space, ball movement, good shooting, attacking angles. That's more what we see in the West. We see a lot of press. We did it late. We're not completely built for that yet, but it's something we need to work on. You'll see that almost every game out West. Just a lot of 87 to 91 feet. Some of the games we've had so far, physical. Exeter Township, physical. While missing, physical, running a flex offense. In the greater Sacramento area, 3 teams run flex offense. So you don't see it. Yeah. So that was great for us because that's a chance for us to learn how to communicate and understand that if you screen somebody, it can be very effective. So a little bit different. West is more open, space and race, space and pace, that kind of stuff. Out here, a little bit more physical from some of the teams that I've seen.
And you actually played in this cultural exchange, which is pretty neat. This is the 50th year. Yeah. And you went up against Donyell Marshall. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, so in 1990, we came out, Sacramento All-Star team named Size Guys. And we flew into Philly. We drove 2 hours or so to get to Reading. And we go to, I believe, Reading High School. We walk in the gym. It's packed. Donyell Marshall, Del Savage. To be honest, I'd never heard of them at the time. And we were floored. We got ran out of the gym. I think we lost by 25, 30 points.
I don't think you were alone.
Ed probably knows exactly how bad that was. It was a wake-up call. Guys were taking pictures after the game with Del Savage and Donyell. However, it was good for us. We won the next 3 games after that. So it was a great experience. Yeah. I mean, and to come back here, 1, to learn that it's still going, and it's 50th anniversary. 2, a chance to come back and kind of relive some of these memories. And then 3, a chance for our boys to experience just like a tight-knit community. And to meet Mr. Kuhn and all the great work that he and the organization have done. We had dinner last night with the Shorns, graduate of Central Catholic, I believe, in the early 60s. And they had us over for dinner. They've had teams since 1982, including Kevin Johnson, who went on to play in the NBA and was a mayor of Sacramento at one point. and they're sharing stories with our guys. I mean, it was just special.
And
so.
Mr. Kuhn keeps all the paper
Oh, yeah,
clippings. So he told me you had 15
Yeah,
points
he
in
gave
one
me a
game.
box score on one of the games. Yeah. My best friend who played at Rio Americano in high school, Rio Americano High School in Sacramento, he had 17 that night. I mean, he went on to play at Washington and then later to San Jose State, played the NCAA tournament. I got to play at the D2 level at UC Davis. We had a nice team, but again, Del Savage, Danielle Marshall, different category. And we were two more victims of that long list.
Was Danielle awesome. the best high school player you ever went up against?
Well, I did play against Jamal Mashburn from New York Riverside Church.
Yeah.
So,
Kentucky.
I mean, those three right there, and I say three, to be honest, at the time, because Del was so physically dominant, Danielle was so physically capable and skilled. Del was scary physically.
Yeah.
Danielle was scary skill-wise. We hadn't seen like a Kevin Durant 6'9" skilled player before. I had not seen that before.
Yeah. Well,
it was awesome.
Appreciate your time and enjoy the rest of your trip.
Absolutely. Tip our caps to the young all-star team today. Those guys played well. They're going to bring that back to their high school, and that was good. Good for us. Can't win every game. Good for them. Huge confidence booster.
So, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.